Hi everyone, it's Dr. Guthals here, and I'm going to walk you through making a basic Minecraft-aware website that actually registers interactions with Minecraft on the site. So first, we're going to make the website. This website is going to be called Health Bar. And so this is going to be the HTML. Click on it, click on code, and we're going to delete everything that's inside of there already. Perfect. And at the top, just like always, we're going to have our style, and then we're going to have our body, and this time we're going to have our script tags as well. Script tags is where we're going to write all of our JavaScript. Perfect. So we have 3 sets of tags. Inside of style, we're going to do what we always have to do to make sure that our websites look good inside of Minecraft, and that is to make the background color transparent. Background color transparent. Perfect. Inside of our body, I'm going to create a div, and its ID is going to be bar. This is going to be our health bar. And it's just going to be an empty div for now, so we can just go ahead and close it out. And I want to make this bar a certain width and a certain height. So inside of my style tag, I'm going to add another specifier for the bar. And I want its width to start out at 10 pixels. I want its height to start out at 30 pixels. And I want its background color to be red, because this is a health bar. So let's test that out. Right now, we should have a tiny little sliver of red. So let's go ahead. We notice that it's gotten saved. So let's go ahead and refresh the page. Perfect. And there's our little sliver. Notice that if we change the height to, let's say, 60 and refresh the page, our sliver is twice as tall. All right, but I liked 30. All right, now I'm going to use JavaScript to actually write code to change the width of the bar every time we break a block inside of Minecraft. First, we need to create a function called changeWidth. And it's going to take in a parameter width. And we're going to get the bar, the div that's named bar, and we want to change its style, specifically its width, to be a different value. All right, so let's think about that. Within this document, we want to get a certain element. That element has the ID bar. We want to change its style, specifically its width, to be the new width that we passed in as a parameter. But don't forget that we need to add pixels at the end, because that's how we represent width up here. It's not just a number, it's a number plus the string pixels. Awesome. Oops, it looks like I spelled width wrong. There. Okay, so now we have a function called changeWidth, and what's going to happen is it's going to change the width depending on whatever we pass to the changeWidth function. And we can actually test this out. So let's go ahead and refresh the page. We're going to open the JavaScript console with Command Option J, and we're going to type changeWidth, and we're going to give it a new width. That was a width of 10. Let's double it. There we go. And let's try it again. changeWidth. Let's give it 100. Nice. changeWidth 10. Nice. All right, so we see that our changeWidth function is working. So let's go ahead and go back and edit. Now, we don't want to have to actually call the changeWidth function. Instead, what we want to do is every time we break a block, we want the width to change on our health bar. So we're going to create a variable called I, and I is going to start out at 0, and this variable is basically going to keep track of how many blocks we've broken. Now we're going to create another function called onBlockBreak, and this is going to get an info parameter. Now, info parameters are special to Minecraft, and basically it's just a bunch of information about the block that you broke. Now, we don't really care what kind of block you broke. In this case, all we care about is that you actually broke a block. And the onBlockBreak function is a very specific function that Minecraft calls whenever you break a block. So, when you break a block, we're going to increment I by 1, and we're going to call changeWidth with I times 10. So what are we doing here? Basically, I starts out at 0. When we break one block, I is incremented to 1. And then we're going to call I times 10, which is actually 1 times 10, so we're going to make the width 10. Now the width is already 10, but what if we started off the width as 0? Then that's going to increment it and make it a tiny little sliver. Now the next time that you break a block, this onBlockBreak function gets called again, I, which was 1, gets incremented to 2, and we're going to change the width to 20. 2 times 10 is 20. Then, when we break another block, onBlockBreak function gets called again, I gets incremented to 3, and we're going to change the width to 30, and so on. Awesome. All right, now we can refresh again, and nothing is shown, but that's because we start off our health bar as 0, and then we increment it to 10 when we break the first block. All right, so let's actually test this inside of Minecraft. Remember, the first thing that you have to do is create the client-side mod. So this is going to be called health bar mod, and we're going to click on the green button, open it up in the code, and just like before, we need a main function, we need this silly little empty list creature, and we need a GUI block. And the GUI block is going to be mod.learntomod.com/programs/your-nickname-healthbar. Awesome, and that's been saved. And now we can open up Minecraft and actually see if this works. Remember that we want the health bar mod. Remember to make sure that you're on the Forge profile. Click play, and we're gonna type in the name, your LearnToMod nickname-healthbar mod, because that's what we named it. Click OK, single player. I'm just gonna go ahead and go into this world. All right, so we can assume, hopefully, that our website is loaded in front of us. We actually know that because if you notice up in the top right corner, we see the little edit button. So that means that there must be some kind of website there. Now, if we break a block, our health bar should start to grow. Ah, look at that. It's growing. Now, if you remember when you first installed the Forge client, you used the Steve Unicorn client-side mod. Can you imagine now how he did it? Basically, what he did was every time a block break function happened, instead of just increasing the little health bar, what he did was made a unicorn appear in a random spot. I'm sure you can figure out how to do that now that you've already learned a lot about JavaScript, HTML, and CSS from Codecademy, and you've learned how to use the onBlockBreak function here in the LearnToMod software. All right, so make sure you have your health bar mod that looks like this, your health bar website that looks like this, you've tested it out in Minecraft, and then try making at least one small change to the health bar website code to make it uniquely your own.